Hi guys, Casper MMA here, and we are back with another UFC predictions video, and today I'm going to give you my predictions and breakdown for UFC Fight Night Namajunas versus Cortez. Now, before I get into this card today and we talk about it, I want to talk about last card we did, UFC 303, I think it was Pereira versus Petroski 2. I absolutely smashed that card. If you didn't see my reaction video to that, go back and check it out. I absolutely smashed it. I got like 12 out of 13 picks altogether. Anthony Smith for letting us down. Can't be too fussed about that. But yeah, big profit if you bet on them tips and that. And we did pretty well. But this fight night coming up isn't the best. There's a few good fights on the card. But like the main event, Namajunas versus Cortez, just isn't very good. I'd rather see like any other fight, honestly. So I'm not looking forward to it as much. But I'm still going to give my predictions for it. But before I do that, I want to ask a massive favour of you guys. I want you to go down below and hit the subscribe button down below. We've started a fresh channel here. Let's get the subs rolling. Let's get up and going. We need some subs, so get down there and get subscribing. So, I've got the fight card up in front of me. We're going to go through every fight on the cards. There is 11 fights, and we started off with the early prelim of Josh Fremd versus Andre Petroski. Now, it's probably not an easy matchup for either guy, to be honest. Like, Josh Fremd's last fight was against Kopylov, where he lost that liver punch. And he's got a few good wins, like Dumas and Pickett, but he has lost to, like, Trajan Gore and stuff. So, I'm not too sure about Josh Fremd, to be honest. Petroski, I think he's coming off a loss as well. So, both fighters... yeah, he lost. Oh, he did that weird thing. That was his last fight was with Malkoun, which I actually predicted Malkoun to win, but he lost in the weirdest. It's way he went in for a takedown and hit his head on his hip or something, and like somehow got knocked out from that, which is totally unlucky. Like I feel like he might have won otherwise, but yeah, I am actually going to go Petroski with this fight. I think that was just unlucky that he just somehow got knocked out from that head collision. He's lost with Michael Pereira, but we've seen how good he is. So yeah, I think he is pretty good. He's coming off. He's got wins over Meerschaert and Turman. He's got some decent wins, overall. So yeah, I'm going to go Petroski on this fight to beat Josh Fremd. So moving up the card, we have Montel Jacson versus Damon Blackshear. Now, Damon Blackshear is always like a memorable name for me because I swear it's the guy that like fought on like back-to-back UFC fight nights or something stupid like that. He got a twister submission as well. Then he fought on like the weekend after, which was mental. Like I don't know who does that, but he lost to like somehow unanimous decision, which I remember back. I swear he could have won that. I'm pretty sure might have been a robbery, but he is pretty good to be fair, Damon Blackshear. But Montel Jacson is pretty decent as well, 13-2. Not a bad record, coming off quite a few wins. I mean, he hasn't been tested that much. I mean, he's lost coming to Brett Johns. He's lost to Ricky Simone as well. So not bad losses realistically, but he's like faced like not great opposition really. Yaya and JP Buys and stuff. But I'm still going to pick him to win here. I feel like he has got a few wins under his belt. And Damon Blackshear coming off a loss, It's what it is. It's hard to pick this one, but I am going to go with Montel Jacson here. I just think he's slightly better than Blackshear for this pick. So, moving up the card, Luana Santos versus Maria Agapova. Now, she's got Agapova. Never heard of her. She's from Kazakhstan. She has lost three. Well, she's 2-3 in the UFC. So, don't think she's that great. She actually lost to Tracy Cortez on the Contender Series, who's actually fighting tonight. No, well, on this card as well. So I don't know if she's that great. I don't think I've seen much of her. But Luana Santos, I know she is very good. 7-1. Only loss coming like ages ago, but since she's come to the UFC, she's got a few good wins under her belt, like Egger and Miller, and yeah, she's got. I think this. Could be not a bad matchup for her, to be fair. I think like she'll just beat Agapova. She's coming off a loss as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go Santos here. I don't know if it would be submission or decision. Probably decision because it's a women's fight. You never know. Oh, and they're moving up the card. Back-to-back women's fights. This is quality on the UFC, guys, Definitely want to see this. Jasudavicius versus Fatima Kiln. Kline, Fatima Kline. Fatima Kline 6-0, but I think this is her first fight in the UFC. She's got a very big like grappling career, and then she is 4-0 in MMA, so she seems pretty decent. Don't know how like good the opposition she's faced in MMA is though. Like for them 4 wins, whereas just Jasudavicius, she's pretty decent. You know, she's 35. She's got that experience. I think that kind of counts in women's MMA quite a lot. The experience, how long they've been fighting for, and she got that win in the last fight over Capoeira. I thought that was quite good. I think I picked Capoeira for some reason because I was just like hopeful she'd get the KO, but she didn't. And yeah, Jasudavicius looked pretty good in that fight. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Jasudavicius. I feel like I don't really know how good this Kline will be in the UFC. It's a first fight. I feel like it's a hard matchup for going up against Jasudavicius. So I'm gonna pick Jasmine Jasudavicius on this pick. Now moving up the card, this looks a decent fight. This one, Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson, the last prelim of the night. I'm going to pick Joshua Van here. I mean, I can't really not pick him. He's if you've watched his fights, he's really good. I mean, he's fought 3 people in the UFC, won all of them. I do think he's had a lot of cancelled fights recently, to be fair. He's meant to fight Tyra, I think, and then it got cancelled. And Ulanbekov as well, yeah. He's had like a couple of cancelled fights recently. But he's fighting Charles Johnson now, 15-6. How old's Charles Johnson now? 33. He's getting on a bit. He's coming off 2 wins to Jake Hadley and Maxim. But you know what? I just don't think he's quite at the level of Joshua Van. How old is Joshua Van? I swear he's like quite young. I'm not even sure. Van is 22, so yeah, he's that young and he's that good. So I'm going to go Joshua Van here. He's going to keep the win streak going, and he looks pretty good, I've got to say. So, moving up to the main card, Cody Brundage versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. Now, a tough one, you know. Cody Brundage getting his UFC 300 call up against Bo Nickel. That was interesting. I swear, like, Bo Nickel lost so many fans after like he couldn't like submit him in the first round. So that's kind of funny. But Cody Brundage, interesting fighter, you know. He like could have possibly been cut from the UFC until he got like illegally elbowed by Malkoon, so that he got a DQ win there, and then Zach Reese, he somehow slammed Zach Reese into the floor and he got a win, which Zach Reese came back and looked really good in his last fight, so that was a lucky win there. But he's 4-5, lost to Bo Nickel. But Abdul Razak Alhassan, he's 38, he's getting on a bit. I mean, he's still decent, to be fair, but he lost to like Joe Pyfer recently. I think I'm just going to go with Cody Brundage on this one. I mean, it's hard to pick, really. I'm just thinking it's just like the age thing. Like, Hassan's pretty old now. He's like, Cody Brundage has got 8 years difference on him, and he's 30, so that's kind of telling. And yeah, you know what? I'm all for the Cody Brundage hype train here. Let's go. He got out the first round, Bo Nickel, and he's I think he'll win here. Probably knockout. I don't know, against Alhassan. We never know. But we're moving up the card. Christian Rodriguez versus Julian Erosa. Now, interesting fight here. Got old C-Rod. He is like, I don't understand his career really. Like, he missed weight against Raul Rosas Jr. and Simon. He's like the hype train like derailer or something, like, because he missed weight against Raul Rosas Jr., giving him his first loss. Missed weight against Karen Simon, gave him his first loss. Also gave Isaac Bulgarian his first loss by split decision. I didn't see much of that fight. I can't remember. I think I missed that fight. But a lot of people were saying it was a robbery, that split decision. So I'll take people's word for it. So he's interesting fight, you know. 11-1. So he's not a bad fighter, but like the ways he's winning is interesting. But Julian Erosa, 29-11, 34 years old. He's not got a bad record, to be fair. Erosa, he's beat Woodson, who looks pretty decent nowadays. Nate Landwehr by flying knee, which is kind of crazy. He's beat Charles Jourdain. He's lost to Padilla and Caceres, but then both decent fighters, to be fair. And he's coming off a win for Ricardo Ramos. So I'm going to go with Erosa here. We need to stop C-Rod from winning any more fights. and I think Erosa's the one to do it. I think he might submit him here, or decision. I don't know. I just think Erosa will win this fight. So, moving up the card, Gabriel Bonfim versus Loosa. Now, Bonfim, like that, he was on like a big like winning streak as well. I think he was like 15-0. Yeah, 15-0 until he lost to Dalby, which was like a disappointing performance because I thought he would do a lot. I thought he'd just like steamroll through Dalby, get another win under his belt, another like submission win. He's got 12 submissions on his record, and then just like hype train derailed by Nicholas Dalby of all people. But then Loosa, not bad. He's got like a loss win, but he's got two wins under his belt. Then no contest versus Brian Battle. I think I remember that. I remember Brian Battle like shouting at him saying like it wasn't like it was his eye poke or something, and people were saying he like just tried to get out of the fight and stuff. I think he was losing that fight as well. So I think I'm gonna go with Bonfim. I feel like he's gonna bounce back after that loss, and he's gonna come back a bit like I picked Piper last week to come back up and win. I feel like it was a minor setback against Dalby. He's gonna come back better, and he's gonna submit Loosa in this fight. Now moving up the card, Drew Dober is back, and he's fighting Gene Silva. That's a really quick turnaround for Gene Silva. He literally just fought 2 weeks ago. Damn. I mean, I suppose he did get like a round 2 KO. He didn't take much damage, I suppose. But I feel like it could hinder him here. Drew Dober, he's coming off a loss to Moicano. I mean, I feel like on damage, he definitely beat Moicano. But then Moicano like held him down the ground for so long and like did ground and pound. So it was fair enough, that loss. Then he's got... Drew Dober is just a beast, isn't he? We all know he hates black people. That's how we decide how he fights. Gene Silva, probably not black enough for him, but I think Gene Silva's really good. But I feel like 2 weeks notice, like he was 2 weeks fight, like that's how much time he's got to fight Drew Dober. I feel like it's not enough. Drew Dober is too good for that. And although I picked Gene Silva to beat Charles Jourdain, I can't pick him to beat Drew Dober here. Drew Dober's too good, and I feel like he's going to get a KO here. So, moving up, the co-main event. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikhov. Now, I feel like this pick is pretty easy for me. I'm going to go with Ponzinibbio because, like, just because he's facing Muslim Salikhov, to be honest. Like, I mean, he is pretty decent, Ponzinibbio. He has got a few losses recently, though, like to Michel Pereira, Jeff Neal, Li Zhangliang. But, apart from them, they're all good fighters. So he's pretty like average in the division, to be fair. And Muslim Salikhov's just old. He's just too old now. He's 40. He just got knocked out by like Randy Brown, was it? Yeah. And then he lost to Dalby and Li Jingliang as well. So I feel like he's just getting on a bit too far now. And Ponzinibbio is the younger fighter, and he's just going to win. I mean, he's not that much younger, to be honest, but I just feel like he's a better fighter than Muslim Salikhov, really. So, we're moving up the card to the last fight on there's not many fights on this card, to be honest, only 11. But we're on the main event now. Rose Namajunas versus Tracy Cortez. I mean, I feel like it'll be a decent fight, this, but like, for a fight night main event, it's not the best, is it? But Cortez, pretty decent. She's on like a God knows how many win streak, 11 fight win streak. I mean, she is pretty decent, but like she hasn't fought like the best people. I mean, she beat Erin Blanchfield on some like weird promotion somewhere, Invicta, which is pretty decent win coming back. Well, actually, I don't know. Erin Blanchfield did get like exposed against Fiorot, didn't she? But yeah, I don't know. She is pretty decent to Cortez, and so is Rose Namajunas. She's coming off that win against Ribas by decision. She also lost to Fiorot, who I just mentioned. I mean, we all know how good Rose Namajunas is. It's just, do you think Tracy Cortez can beat her? And I'm going to say no. I feel like Rose Namajunas is going to win this fight by decision, as most women's fights go to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to pick Rose Namajunas here. So, there we have it, guys. That was my predictions for UFC Fight Night, Namajunas versus Cortez. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, remember you leave a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.